ever wondered about the miraculous events that surround the divine presence of Lord Jagannath? Namaste, Haribol, I Vijayalakshmi welcome you all to another enlightening episode of Pauzeitive. In the previous episode, we learned about the festival of chariots of Lord Jagannath that I had a chance to attend in Toronto, Canada. In this episode, I'll be sharing with you all beautiful souls about different devotees and different incidents that happened in miraculous ways that ignite our faith, love, and devotion towards the Lord of the universe, Jagannath. Jai Jagannath, and let's start today's powerful episode. Let's turn our attention to the miraculous events that happened with great devotees of the greatest Lord, Lord Jagannath. I would like to share one beautiful incident from this beautiful book that I have been reading. It's Jai Jagannath, a book by Dhruv Maharaj Das. It's a must read. I'm loving this book. I would like to share a beautiful anecdote of one of the devotees of the great Lord and how great Lord fought for his devotee. So this devotee I'm talking about, his name is King Purushottam Dev. So his marriage was fixed with the princess of Kalinga. So he invited the king of Kalinga for the festival, Rathyatra. King didn't go himself, he sent his minister to the Rathyatra. The minister, when he came and he saw that the king, this Purushottam Dev, he was sweeping himself in the Rathyatra. So the minister went back and reported to his king that, we cannot give our princess to that king Purushottam Dev because he was doing such a small job of sweeping in front of everyone in the Rathyatra. How can we give our princess to someone who sweeps on the streets? King Purushottam Das, he was very offended. So what did he do? He gathered his troops and went to fight with the king of Kalinga. And he was defeated. So when he was returning from the war after his defeat, he met a sage, Shankaracharya, on his way, and he mentioned that you forgot to take permission from Lord Jagannath before you went to fight. So when the king came back to the temple of Jagannath Ji, he locked himself inside the temple and he kept on weeping and prayed to the Lord. So he heard the voice of the Lord that this time I will go and I will fight on your behalf. Get ready. So everyone in the town was super excited that the Lord himself will be going and fighting. So everyone got ready, irrespective of their age. They were all ready. The king had a little doubt whether the Lord will go or not. Anyway, while the king and his army went onward, far ahead were two soldiers that rode on one black and one white horse. They stopped to quench their thirst at a small village near Chilika Lake by buying some yogurt from a devotee named Manika. She offered them yogurt, but when she asked for payment, they said that they had no money. Instead, they gave her a jeweled ring and told her to give it to King Purushottam Dev, who would then give her payment. After some time, the king came upon the lady who flagged him down to give him the ring and ask for payment for the soldier's drink. The king was shocked to see the Ratna Mudrika ring of Lord Jagannath and then regained his confidence that indeed their lordships had certainly come with him. In payment for the ring, the king gave her the whole village, which is still named Manikapatna. After this, the king and his troops were victorious over King Saluva Narsimha. So this is how Lord comes and fights for his devotees. Now you might be wondering that whether Lord will come for you. Let's say if a devotee is of different religion, like I have already mentioned in one of my previous episodes, that different religions are different methods of solving the equation we all have been given, and whichever method is convenient to us, we choose that. God is one. Different methods are different religion to solve that equation, to have the love and devotion for our Shri Hari, for our God. We can choose the method. If bhakti works for us, bhakti is also a means, the art of bhakti yoga. So let's say if a devotee is of different religion, right? Let's say he is Muslim. We have the records that there was this one Muslim devotee. So Salabega, he was a Muslim devotee. And one day, while he was getting ready for the Rathyatra, he was running late. So what happened? The chariots of the great Lord stopped and didn't move till Salabega, the Muslim devotee, came. This shows that Lord accepts irrespective of the religion. Now let's say if someone has committed a lot of sins, or whether Lord will accept us depending on our status in society. So there is a tale of a devotee of the Lord who was not allowed inside the temple because of his low caste. So he offered a coconut to the Lord outside the temple. Suddenly, the coconut disappeared and appeared right in front of the Lord inside the temple. This shows that Lord accepts the devotees irrespective of their societal status. This reminds us of what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Irrespective of the path devotee chooses, I accept them and they come to me. This is what Lord Krishna says in Srimad Bhagawat Gita. In 2019, there came a cyclone. There was a lot of damage done in the state, but miraculously, the Jagannath temple remained largely unharmed. And this is a divine protection because the Lord lives there. The walls, the wood, the deities, they all give energy. They are all alive. In Brahma Puran, it's written that Lord Shiva, he also becomes part of the Rathyatra. During the Snan Yatra, Lord Indra appears and becomes a part of the Rathyatra. Various demigods, Gandharvas, they want to be part of the Rathyatra and they appear to take darshans of Lord Jagannath in his temple. What a merciful Lord. If you wonder that you have committed a lot of sins and now you are wondering whether the Lord will accept you or not, then we have a beautiful anecdote from our Puranas that there was this ardent follower and devotee of the Lord, a priest who used to serve in the temple, and mistakenly he dropped all the prasadam, all the offerings that were to be made to the Lord, and he was disheartened and he kept on regretting and thinking about this incident that happened, that how he dropped all the dishes meant for the Lord. Lord appeared in his dream and said, it's fine. I see the devotion and the intention in the hearts of my devotees. So the next morning when he went to the temple, he saw that all the prasadam, all the offerings to be made were intact and sitting right in front of the God untouched. So Lord Jagannath Ji is the most merciful Lord, most merciful form of our Shri Krishna. And he accepts us irrespective of whether we have committed sins, whether whatever, any status, whether we are employed, unemployed, good or bad. He accepts us. He is willing to embrace us. All we have to do is turn out to Him with utmost love and devotion. He is so merciful that just to see us, to give us darshans, He is not having any eyelids so that he doesn't miss us when we approach Him, so that He can see us. So these stories that I have shared, they are all from the Puranas, not something I have built up or made up. And they ignite the faith and devotion in our hearts. As we conclude this episode on the miraculous stories of Lord Jagannath ji, I hope your heart is filled with love and devotion. Keep me in your prayers. Please ignore all my flaws. I'll see you next Wednesday on YouTube and Spotify with another enlightening episode of Pauzeitive. Until our next pause, stay positive, keep chanting and keep thinking about our great Lord. Jai Jagannath. Namaste. Hari Bol.